Okay, JT Plays Then Collects is back. I'm so excited to be back on this channel. It's been like almost, I think, 6 months since I've recorded, or no, it's been a little bit. That's when the last video was on the channel, except the most recent upload. But that was a video I recorded a while ago too, and just recently uploaded. But yeah, it's been so long since I've been back on this channel, and I'm so excited to be back. In this video, I'm just going to explain where I've been, um, what I want to do on this channel. That's going to be, I'll talk about that first, and then I'll explain where I've been. And then I'm going to go over some recent pickups that we've made as far as like the gaming collectible stuff on this channel. And I kind of want to talk about like the direction I want to go with this channel, which kind of goes with the content. But yeah, let's just get into it right now, and we'll get into the future content first because I think that's the more exciting part. Okay, first just starting with like the direction slash the content I want to get back to on this channel. Um, yeah, I want to get back to the mainly like Nintendo gaming style of stuff. So I know that this channel's almost had like two phases where first we're doing the like mainly Mario Kart, Mario Brothers, like Mario slash Nintendo style stuff, and then it was like after vacation I started trying a different area of content, and that was like that Fortnite slash like superhero collectible stuff. And maybe we'll still do some of that stuff, probably less of the superhero stuff, maybe like a superhero game here or there, or and maybe we'll do Fortnite every now and then. But I want to get back way more into the Nintendo half of the content. I enjoyed that more, and that stuff just got way more views as well. So it seems like you all liked it more, and like I said, I personally liked it more. So definitely want to get back onto that side. So yeah, I want this channel to be mainly like the Nintendo gaming stuff, ranging from like the Mario series, Smash, and then I want to try like the other big Nintendo franchises like the Zelda, Kirby, um, Metroid. That's stuff I've always been familiar with and like known from like stuff like Smash and stuff, but just have never played. And then there's just some other big games that I've wanted to play for a while that just I haven't. One, for example, this patch was really big a couple months ago, probably more than a couple months ago now, but I still haven't played it yet, so I want to go through it. I've only seen like a few people's like starts of their playthroughs of it, so I don't know exactly what happens like the end, but the start of it looked so fun that I really wanted to try it. And I think I might like those story option choice games. I think that could be fun to me because I do like seeing like the effects of what you do in game. But yeah, there's a lot of games like I said, mainly I want to get in that Nintendo stuff, and I have some other big ideas I want to try. I'll be honest, there's one thing I really, really want to try, but I just don't think we're at the current spot on this channel yet that I want to do it. But I want to do like some group games. And what I mean by that is I want to do like the like everybody hangs out and we all play like Smash or Mario Kart. I just think that's fun to do in person, and I think it makes for fun YouTube videos as well because I've seen people do similar content to that on YouTube, and I always find it fun. So I think it would be fun if I did it with a group. But I think I want to get this channel a little bit bigger before we do that. And now we'll get into some specific games that we're going to be doing very soon. Okay, first game, like I already kind of mentioned, I do really want to play Dispatch. That's the only like really big like non-Nintendo game or a game I've not mentioned on this channel, I think, that I really want to play. Maybe I haven't mentioned it, but Dispatch is definitely up there. Next, I really want to play Super Mario Galaxy. I have it on the Wii. I think one of my cousins gave it to me whenever they got Super Mario Galaxy 2 or something. So I've had it on the Wii, and I don't know if I've ever actually completely played through the story. I've played through probably most of the chapters, if not the whole game. Like, I remember a lot of the levels. I specifically remember that B level and the home world so well. So yeah, I really want to play through it, and especially, I mean, with the new Mario movie, I'm really excited for that. So Super Mario Galaxy, I would love to finish it before the movie comes out and upload it. So that's probably going to be the first thing we play on the channel. So yeah, really excited for it. Next up, after Super Mario Galaxy, we have, I want to pick up on the two games we've been playing on the channel. I want to finish the Mario Kart Wii series. So I think we've done 50cc, 100cc, and I think it's 150cc we didn't do or didn't start even. So definitely want to do that. Mario Brothers Wii. It wasn't doing as well, I remember, on views on the channel compared to the Mario Kart series, but I still want to finish it for sure. I love that game. So definitely want to finish Mario Brothers Wii. And then Smash Ultimate, that's a big one. That's kind of got me back really into wanting to do this channel. I mean, there's been a few things like just wanting to do it, the Super Mario movie coming out, Galaxy one specifically. But Smash Ultimate, I've seen a lot of Smash content lately, and just I really do like the game, but I've just not really like played it that seriously, I would say. Like, I've just played it off and on like as like a group game, and I mean, I still love it like that. Like, I would love to do content just playing it as like a group game, but I definitely want to get better, like kind of figure out my main, because I kind of rotated through a few characters. outside of Smash Ultimate. Mario Kart 8, I definitely want to do on the channel as well. I played a little bit of it and talked about it on the channel, but I do remember the 50cc or whatever mode I was doing was way too easy, so definitely going to have to try it on a harder difficulty if we do that, because I don't think I can play through the 50cc. It was rough how easy it was. Trying to think. There are some other games. If any pop into my head soon, I'll mention, but I might just cut it right here. But yeah, Smash, Dispatch, Mario Kart, Mario Brothers, maybe a few sports games. That's one thing. I don't know. I know sports games, you almost want to have your own channel specifically towards that, because that's like Pokemon. I love Pokemon, but I had a channel that's like solely Pokemon, just because Pokemon's almost, I feel like, its own thing compared to like other games. But yeah, Pokemon, Smash, or Pokemon's on its own. Skylanders is also another thing I've kind of got on its own area. Yeah. But as far as like those other games, I think what I might start doing is making them like the first video, if it's like a series, as a collab post, or if it's like a solo video, I'll just make it a collab post with this channel, because like any gaming I do on YouTube, I want to be at least correlated with this channel. But if it's like a specific gaming thing that I already have a channel for, I'll probably upload it on that channel and then like have it as a collab post. Like, for instance, if I play like a really dinosaur game, like, I know that sounds dumb, but if I play something like Path of Titans, which I think revolves more to dinosaur fans than it does gaming fans, I'll upload it on that channel, but probably make it like a community post on this channel. Or not a community, like a collab video. And same for stuff like Pokemon series, if we start a new Pokemon series, or Skylanders, for instance. Maybe I'll do that. And maybe I'll go back and do some old videos and just make them collab posts. I don't think I'm going to do that just yet, but that's a possibility. But yeah, almost any gaming I do on YouTube, I plan to just put on this channel. And if it's like I said, a specific game, like a dinosaur game, I'll do it on my other channel, but make it a collab post video, or collab or whatever. But yeah, that's the stuff I'm kind of thinking. Like I said, sports games I'm very interested in. I love sports, but I just don't know if they really fit this channel as well. But maybe we'll do one here and there. Like, I love doing rebuilds in like 2K or Madden. And I did recently get the college football game, and that's going to be something we talk about in a little bit. Well, not specifically yet, but a deal with it. But yeah, I really like sports, but I just don't know if they really fit this channel as well. But I've got some big plans, I will say, as far as gaming content. But like I said, for the most part, this channel is going to be the Nintendo like group fun games. And also another thing I've considered doing on this channel, now that I think about it, maybe like some of those like party games I think are fun, like the Jackbox style games, or even like some just really fun mobile games we could do. For instance, there's this game called We Play that I think is really fun. We could maybe do something with something like it. It's really fun to like troll on that game. I don't know. There's a lot of fun options, though. But like I said, for the most part, I mainly want to go down that Nintendo group game, that style of niche. Especially because, like I said, there's so much in the Mario series that I've played through and want to like replay on this channel, like what we've done before. Smash, like getting better at it. I almost want to have a whole series like trying to actually just get decent at Smash. Because like I said, we mainly just played on vacation, and that's about it as far as I played for a whole year of Smash. So I definitely want to try to get better at it. And like I said, kind of figure out a main. But yeah, I guess that's it, unless I think of something. But I'll add it here, but we'll move on to the next topic, which I think is going to be the pickups. Okay, two last things I looked over my notes that I did want to mention before we actually show off the stuff we've picked up kind of recently. I do want to also get into Sonic games. This is going to sound kind of funny considering what this channel has been, but Sonic was actually one of the things that made me want to do this channel, because I'd been watching a lot of Sonic Boom on Netflix. I think they've recently taken it off Netflix, actually, at least in my area, but maybe not. But I really like Sonic Boom, and I was thinking about playing some Sonic games, but while thinking about doing that, I ended up just playing some Mario games in the process on this channel, and it kind of just got me back into Mario and kind of forgot about the Sonic stuff. But yeah, really like Sonic Boom, so I do want to do some Sonic-related content on this channel. Playing some of the games because, like I said, I'm a little familiar with Sonic and a lot of the characters. Like, I really like Shadow and some of the other characters, but I haven't watched any of those movies that came out, like the realistic-y looking ones. I haven't really played many standalone Sonic games. Like, I played a lot of the games Sonic is in, like the Smash games, and then also like, oh my gosh, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games, like that style of stuff, but not as much standalone Sonic. Honestly, the only standalone Sonic games I really remember playing, there was some browser Sonic game I remember playing when I was little that I think was like the original Sonic or one of the earlier ones, but just on desktop. And then like a lot of the mobile Sonic games I've played, like the Dash one, whatever the one, it's kind of like Subway Surfer, except it's a race. I played that one for a decent little bit, but yeah, I want to get into some of the like actual Sonic games. And then the other big thing, I kind of want to get big into Amiibo, which kind of goes with my other channel where I did like Skylanders / Toys to Life stuff. But I feel like Amiibo fit this channel more. And I mean, I'll still talk about those on that channel and this channel, but yeah, I do really like Amiibo. In fact, I have a big video I plan on doing, and I'm debating on which channel to do it on, but it'll be a collab post either way, or a collab video. But talking about the thing I would really like from Amiibo. But yeah, Amiibo are really cool. I actually did recently pick one up, so that's going to be something that you'll all be seeing very shortly. But yeah, Amiibo I do really like, and I do actually want all the Amiibo I have outside of this one Skylanders one, the like Hammer Slam Bowser or whatever, are in the box. And I'm debating if I want to take them out of the box. I think I'm leaning, I would like to keep the boxes in good condition, but I would like to get them out of their boxes, or at least maybe if there's a way you can test them in box, just make sure they work and get to use them in game. Because I don't know exactly how Amiibos function in game. I know you don't like use them per se, but I know they have some functionality in game, so I would like to see how that goes. And I don't know if I mentioned, but I think I showed off the one I picked up this summer. I think it was this summer, yeah. I picked up Daisy. I had Charizard, who I picked up a while ago, but I don't know if I ever showed him on this channel. And then, like I said, the Bowser one. But I did pick up one that you all will be seeing really soon. And it's one I've liked for a while and just now finally got. So that one. And then, yeah, let's just get into those pickups now, because I think that's all for like the planned content stuff that I really want to talk about. Besides, if I didn't mention this, there's one thing I really want to do. I really want to do like some group gaming, and I have like this big idea I really want to do, but I kind of want to be at a higher channel sub like viewership stuff before we do that, just because I don't know, I don't really feel super comfortable like reaching out to people being like, hey, you want to play this, and I can put it on my YouTube channel before like we're at like a more comfortable number. That's something I want to do more when we're like at hopefully a couple hundred to 1,000 subs, but right now I think we're a little over 20, so that's kind of future looking. But yeah, but let's just get into the stuff we've actually picked up. It ranges from a whole console, an Amiibo, like I already said, to I think a few games. But yeah, let's just get into it right now. Okay, we only have 3 big notable items I'm going to show off this video before we like talk about where I've been and like some of the games and stuff I've played. But yeah, the one big item, and honestly probably the thing I'll talk the shortest about just because, well, I'll explain in a second. But yeah, we did get a PS5 for Christmas. I know I'm a little late to the party, and what is it? It's a little way into January, February, March, and I still haven't even unboxed it yet, but do plan on unboxing it this weekend because this is my spring break. So yeah, finally going to get this set up. And I did get the Fortnite one. Yeah, I picked this out for Christmas. This is like my big gift for the year. Yeah, I honestly have the least to say for this on this channel, just because honestly most of the games I planned on playing on this just aren't as much for this channel, to be honest. Like, well, I do want to play Dispatch, which will probably be on this channel. And I mean, obviously I did get this to play Fortnite on, since me and a lot of my family members play Fortnite. And I mean, as you all saw with Fortnite, I mean, I literally played it. And then, trying to think, yeah, I've literally played it on this channel. And then there's another game, Path of Titans, which I wanted to get, and I'm planning to play it on here, but that's more for the Dinosaur channel. And then the other game I got, the college football game, which I just don't really know if we'll play that much on this channel, just because I just don't know if there's going to be that big of an overlap. But yeah, really excited to finally get the PS5. I debated on getting a few different consoles this year. I debated on getting the Switch 2, and I honestly debated on getting a Wii U just because I don't have one, and there's like some Skylanders games and stuff I've wanted to play on the Wii U that I haven't yet. But yeah, I ended up going for the PS5. Just thought it made sense, and it was on sale. Really did consider like I wanted the Switch 2 more around like when it released. But honestly, they just haven't released enough game titles yet for me to really want it, just because like, I mean, I do want to play the Donkey Kong game, but I'm not as big into the Donkey Kong games yet. Mario Kart obviously is a big deal, but honestly, I don't know. It's not as crazy as I was hoping, and with the complaints and stuff, I don't know if I wouldn't rather just play Mario Kart 8, at least as of right now. Like, I definitely want to play the new Mario Kart at some point, but just based on everything I'm hearing and like the current situation and with how good Mario Kart 8 is, like, I'm not going to buy Switch 2 just to play the new Mario Kart, pretty much. But obviously, as more games come out, I'm going to want it more. That's kind of what how the PS5 went. There was only a few games I wanted, because at first the college football game was like the only game on the PS5 that wasn't on the PS4. But now there's Dispatch, Path of Titans, which I think you can play on the PS4, but like I think you can't play the online for free except on the PS5. Marvel Rivals, that's another game. Maybe we would play it on this channel that I can play on the PS5. There just got to a point where there was enough games on the PS5 and just the PS4 getting older, and that it was time for the PS5. But yeah, the Switch 2, I do eventually want to get, like I said, but I don't know. Between like I said, the console itself, there's just not enough games yet on it for me to currently want it just yet. And like I said, those more games come out, like once there starts to be like the Pokemon Wind and Waves, like exclusive games that I really want to play, or like some other new big Mario game, or like whenever the next Smash comes out, as that stuff starts to come, I'll probably want to get the Switch 2 more. But as of right now, the current game catalog just has not made me have a reason to buy the Switch 2 just yet. But I'm really excited for this, and we will probably use the PS5 at some points on the channel, but just I don't know. There's not like a specific game, because like I said, this channel is mainly like the Nintendo gaming stuff, and there's going to be other games like Dispatch, which we will play on here, but yeah, that's kind of where we're at with the PS5. And who knows, maybe if y'all really want to see something, I'd love to do like a rebuild, or not even, I guess, as much of a rebuild, but a playthrough with LSU. But I just don't know if we'll do that on the channel just yet. But yeah, now we'll move on to the next two items. Okay, first up we have an item I'm really, really excited for. And this was an item I didn't get this weekend because today's Monday, but the weekend before that, yeah, I think it was like the 1st, and today's like the 9th. It really doesn't matter as much on the date. I'm not going to really go too heavy into detail, but yeah, I got something from GameStop, which I'm really excited about. Oh, here's the receipt. I can say, okay, yeah, the 1st of March. A retro game, and it is Super Smash Bros. 3DS. Yeah, it was only like $10. I actually saw this at a local game store, well, local-ish game store. It's like one of those style stores, but it's at a mall. And they had it for $15 at one point. And I debated on getting it, and they had like 5 copies. I went back, and this was like months ago. So I went back that day, and I went in the store. They only had 1 copy, and it was really nasty. Like there was this big brown spot on the game. So I passed on it. But then I went back, trying to think exactly this timeline. So then I looked on GameStop's website and saw that they actually had the game even cheaper, because it was $15 at that used game store, and it was $10. And like I said, if it would have been in good condition, I probably would have just paid the $15, because I mean, $15 isn't the end of the world, or $5 would have been the difference. But I called GameStop and I said, hey, is the condition fine? And they were like, yeah. I mean, they're DS games. And I said, yeah, well, the one I just looked at was really nasty. And they were like, oh, yeah, yeah, the games here aren't that bad. But yeah, bought one of the ones from GameStop, and here is, it has a little bit of yellowing, and I did clean it off fairly well. But yeah, works fine. And funnily enough, I think this is actually a game I sold, because I actually had the case, and I did own this game. And I'm pretty sure I sold this to GameStop at one point. I used to sell a few of my games to GameStop. Most of them I probably came out good on, honestly, looking back, except one. I sold Godzilla PS4 to GameStop at one point. The biggest regret I have as far as selling any game ever, knowing what the deal is with that game now. And not even that the game was like great or anything, but just, you know, a big Godzilla fan and cannot rebuy that game. I think I sold that game at that point because I was like, oh, they'll be able to just make a new one or whatever. But yeah. They never made another Godzilla console fighting game, at least not at the time of recording this. So yeah, regret selling that game heavily. But the reason I sold this game, I'm pretty sure, is because it was around the time I got Ultimate, or shortly after, and I was like, I just really have no point for this game anymore since I have Smash Ultimate. And decided to just get it again so I could just replay on my 2DS. And I will say I did not know exactly how it all worked on the 2DS because, well, I thought the 2DS games were like the DS games, like with like stuff like Pokemon, where like the save files were individually for each like cartridge. But it turns out 2DS games, at least from what I read, are 2DS games from what I read, they save on the console itself. So whenever I first got on the Switch or on the 2DS, I brought it to my college, and it had like 2 update things. I can't remember exactly what the text was, but it was like something like, okay, actually, I wrote down whatever the text was, so I'll say it in a second. But whatever, it would not let me get on Smash without updating through the Wi-Fi, and I couldn't update because the school Wi-Fi's like my college Wi-Fi, you have to like confirm that you're doing whatever, and just that simple like verification step you can't do on a 2DS. So I wasn't able to get on the Wi-Fi for a week. So I've had Smash Ultimate, but I had Smash 3DS at my dorm for a week and my 2DS and couldn't play it because my old save file I did not know still existed. So I didn't want to pass over because I wanted to see what my old save file was pretty much the deal. So then we had spring break the week after I got it, and I really couldn't play much anyways that week, so it wasn't that big of a deal because I had 2 big exams. Luckily did do pretty good on them, I will say. I think A's on both. But yeah, so came back, and I meant to grab it on the way leaving, and I forgot because I put it in a drawer. So my dad was doing something like past my college campus that Friday, so I went up with him. And yeah, I went back, picked up the 2DS, actually played a little Mario Kart on the DS, but yeah, I'm going to finally update it at some point in this video, and we will see what my rosters were and see about the updates. But we'll do that at the end of the video, so if you want to see what like my smashed 2DS roster situation was, we'll show that there. But yeah, finally got that. But that same day I went up, I picked up an Amiibo, and this was actually from that game store that I was saying had the nastier Smash game, but this was, I think I picked up this Friday. Yeah, I picked up this Friday, and that was the same day I went back up and got my 2DS. Literally that Thursday we left the college campus, and Friday went back up because it just worked out because my dad was going up to get something. But yeah, I picked up an Amiibo. This is one I've wanted for so long. This is the first Amiibo I've actually bought that wasn't like on sale, because Peach was on, or not Peach, Daisy was on sale at Target for like $6. Actually, Charizard might have been full price, but this was when they were like 15, or it was before the price jump on Amiibos. And I got him at GameStop. And then Hammerslam Bowser I got used. Well, I bought him in the console for whatever. But this is the first one I paid like retail or above retail for, not at a retail store. And that is Cat Peach. Yeah, absolutely love Cat Peach. Kind of my main in Mario Kart 8. I don't know, I just find it funny, and I do like cats. So yeah, awesome Cat Peach in the box. And this is one thing I'm debating. I'm debating on, I think I mentioned this already in this video, but if I didn't, I want to be able to use these in-game, but I love how the boxes look. So maybe if I could find a way to like cut like just this plastic bottom part off so I could keep like the box in good condition. I've heard some people do stuff like that, and I would definitely be interested. Honestly, I would have been fine with just keeping it in the box. Or maybe, like I said, just trying to keep the box in as good a condition as possible and keeping them out of box. But I tried to test it, and I think this one, I don't know if you all can see that, but I think that, I know they said some Amiibos have this metal thing so you can't test, but either this Amiibo doesn't work or mine has that thing where you can't test on it. And I've heard some people say that you can test some Amiibos and then some you can't, so I don't know what the deal is. Hopefully this Amiibo does work though. But yeah, love Cat Peach. Like I said, I'm a big cat person, and I just like Peach, so it just worked out to get the Cat Peach Amiibo. And one reason why I also feel not as bad about opening this one for sure is they have a 2-pack with Cat Peach, and I think it's Cat or Tanuki Mario. I think it's Cat Mario. But yeah, so maybe I would rather have the 2-pack sealed if I'm going to keep one sealed. But yeah. And one reason why I did buy this from that used game store, at least at this price, is I don't think this is one you can get at retail anymore. Because, well, I couldn't find it on any of the retail places online. Like, I couldn't find it at, like, GameStop, the Nintendo store, any of those types of stores, like, online for the retail price. Like, you could find it used through GameStop or, like, places like that. But, like, a lot of the regular Amiibos, you can just find for sale. But I couldn't find this one for sale anywhere, like, new. So I decided to just get it. $21.99 isn't too far off retail. I think Amiibos now are pretty much right around that for new ones. So in the box, and it's one I really wanted. Like I said, I've been trying to get more Amiibos. I do really like them, and I still don't know their like real functionality in each game, but I know they have some cool things in Smash at least, so I would definitely like to try some out for that. But yeah, really like the Amiibo, and really happy to add this one to the collection. Yeah, really like Cat Peach. Like I said, this makes my 4th or 3rd Amiibo, considering if you count Hammerslam Bowser, which I know he technically is an Amiibo, but I almost think of him more as a Skylander than an Amiibo. But yeah, really happy to finally have Cat Peach. This was the Amiibo I probably wanted the most, like I said, just because she is my main in Mario Kart 8, and I just like cats, so. And it's always kind of a funny character to just pick, so yeah, really happy with Cat Peach's Amiibo. And I think either when I saw this one at first, it was either when I saw it the day that I said I went and saw Smash 3DS. that was in bad condition. I think they either had this one and they had one out of the box and one in the box, or they just had this one. Either way, I saw it and I debated on it, and then when we went back pretty much the next week, I decided to finally get it. But yeah, really happy to have this, and definitely want to unbox it. And this one isn't the cleanest box anyways. I mean, it's a little damaged anyways. I mean, I don't really know if I'm going to be an Amiibo in the box collector anyways. So yeah, we'll probably just rip the Band-Aid off and open this one. But yeah, I guess now we'll get into the where I've been style stuff. Yeah, what I've been doing, where I've been, and then we will test out Smash 3DS and see what my roster is at the end of this video. But that's it for the pickups. Like I said, the main thing, the PS5, finally got Smash 3DS back, because like I said, I'm pretty sure I sold it at the GameStop. There is one thing that makes me, there's one slight chance I didn't sell it, because my sister did have a DS bag, and some of my DS games I either let her use or had, and there's a chance it's in there, but I don't think it is, just because, I mean, she had a regular DS, so there was no reason to let her have that one. But there's a few other games that I think might be in there. There was a Pac-Man game that I know my mom likes, so that's in there, and I'm pretty sure at least. And then her DS, and possibly Mario N64 for the DS if I didn't sell that one to GameStop as well. I'm not for sure on that, but I would love to find that DS bag. I've looked for it. If I do find it, I'll show it off in a video. But yeah, it was a Peach DS bag, and it had a few games and a DS, and I'm pretty sure, but not been able to find it yet. But I do really like Peach, so yeah, would love to just find it just for the bag itself, but especially if there's any games or anything in it. But yeah, now we'll move on to the other stuff right now. Okay, and now, like I said, I'll just kind of give a brief explanation for where I've been, and then I'll just kind of talk about, like, some of the stuff I've done, like, game-wise. But yeah, school obviously starting back around the time of that last video I recorded, obviously, you know, throws a big damper and things, because almost all this stuff that's been recorded for this channel was during the summer, or like the very end of summer, or like start of the school year. So school starting back obviously puts a big damper on things. And then also just mix of other hobbies. Like I was playing pickleball a lot, but that was also while I was doing the channel. So, but we did pick up pickleball more after, I feel like, well, actually no, it was before and after vacation. But yeah, after vacation, it just felt like time kind of flew. And yeah, I think I recorded, well, after vacation is when I quit doing the Mario Kart Wii series, because that's when I started doing the Fortnite stuff. So yeah, that happened. So yeah, like I said, other hobbies like pickleball. And then I just started doing like some other games that just either weren't for this channel or I just wasn't doing on YouTube. Some examples like Fortnite, I just realized it wasn't doing super well on this channel, and just I didn't really have like a big cool thing I was doing on it, and I just, you know, was playing every few weekends or something, so I just didn't feel a need to record for it. And then like I was playing like Skylanders and stuff, but that, you know, I have a whole channel dedicated solely to Skylanders, so I was uploading that on that channel instead of this channel. Yeah, so there's not really many, school obviously is the biggest one, just, you know, school happens, and then just, I guess, interest in other channels / other hobbies, because like I said, like the pickleball, doing games for other channels, and just doing other channel content in general, just because I have a variety of channels, but I do really love this one, and that's why I'm so happy to be back. Because I don't like doing the content when I'm not enjoying it, and I mean, I hate to say it, but like, you know, seeing the views and stuff going up and down definitely affects your enjoyment of the game when you're doing it for YouTube. Like, I would love to just play these games, and I do play some of them, you know, just in my free time, but I like just uploading onto YouTube so like people can see them as well, and, you know, I can go back and rewatch them. So yeah, but yeah, between all those factors, like I said, other hobbies, school, and other YouTube channels and stuff, those are the main reasons why I just haven't been as active on this channel in the last few months. But then finally did upload that one video that had been recorded months and months ago, but just finally got it up. But yeah, I guess now we can talk about some of the specific games and stuff I've played. Yeah, I just have a bunch of screenshots on my phone, and we'll just swipe through them, and I'll talk about them now. Okay, these photos aren't going to be in exact order, but yeah, this is from the day that I picked up my 2DS and got the Cat Peach Amiibo. Yeah, these are just, I played Mario Kart on the DS because I couldn't play Smash yet because I hadn't updated yet. So yeah, and I still haven't, you all will see that at the end here, but yeah, Mario Kart DS, I was Daisy. Yeah, I didn't do great. And then we played as Peach later on. But yeah, I did not play great. I mean, I was kind of distracted while playing too. Just stuff was going on. But yeah, I did not play great. Definitely could have played better. Oh, and yeah, this is one of those Jackbox games I was talking about. I think this was me. Yeah, I was the diddler. I know maybe not the best joke to make. Oh, and sorry about my voice. I'm not feeling the best right now. I don't know if it's allergies or what, but yeah, my throat not feeling the best throughout this whole video. So yeah, my voice doesn't always sound like this. Oh, and here's another one of those Jackbox games. Sorry. Okay, there we go. So that was Trivia Murder Party, that one. This one was like T-shirt KO, which was very funny, but got very bad with my group, I won't lie. But yeah, very fun. Oh, there we go. Okay. But yeah, you got to like, so it's a very fun game. It's part of whatever Jackbox Party Pack I bought. I thought it was the most fun seeming party pack and just fit a lot of the games I wanted. But you just, each person like draws something. I can't remember what the other thing is. Somebody puts like text on the shirt and then somebody does something else or like combines them. I think that's what it is. And then you just vote on which ones you all like the best. Usually it's just whatever's funniest to the group wins. And it's always leads to some interesting combinations. But yeah, I was this cat looking thing. And then I was this catfish looking dude. Oh, and then this, this was, I think, Christmas Day when we played this because I brought that, on Christmas. That was that. And then this was Thanksgiving, I think. We all played just a variety of Wii games. This being Mario Kart Wii. I remember I actually did get beat by somebody, and I was not expecting that because I thought I was going to kill Mario Kart Wii. But I think I actually did do automatic or manual. I can't remember. I hadn't played in so long that I might have not done manual, but I remember I killed somebody, and then I think I like barely got beat by somebody, and I was not expecting to get beat by. But like I said, it'd been a few months since I'd played on the channel, but still, I thought I would have done better than I did. But yeah, here's one of the ones I must have won. Oh, and then we did Wii Sports, obviously. I think boxing is one of the only ones I remember for sure winning. I think I lost baseball. I think I lost golf. I think I won tennis. I think won boxing. And we didn't really like the bowling. I mean, I know that's kind of a nostalgic one with like the funny like jump thing, but yeah, didn't do great in it. Or I don't think anybody really enjoyed it is more what I was thinking. But yeah, I think I won about half, lost about half. And then this was 2K, yeah. JJ Redick, I love using JJ Redick in 2K. I know that's kind of a random pull, but I just love having a guy that can just shoot the three. But yeah, I remember I beat one of my cousins with him, my older cousins, with doing like blacktop, and we were all using like high 90s, and I just picked JJ Redick and just hit a bunch of threes in blacktop, and this was like probably like 2K16, 17-ish era. And then recently I beat my younger cousin with JJ Redick with 13 of 18 from field goals and 12 or whatever from three. But yeah, all JJ Redick, as you all can see. And then we played a little Roblox. This was something my sister said was fun, and we played it. It was pretty fun. And then Super Auto Pets. I think this is the last thing I was going to mention. This is one of my favorite mobile games. I actually used to play this a lot at college, specifically at one of the regional campuses I would go to. We just had a decent little break in between classes, and I would get to class a little early, and I would just get on my laptop and play this. And there's also a mobile version of this. I learned about this game, I think, from Ludwig, obviously a bigger YouTuber streamer, but did want to mention it because obviously it is a very fun game. Like I said, one of the more fun mobile games. It's just a little strategy-ish game, and I always like different animals and just the variety of animals featured. I just think it's really fun. But yeah, these were some of the ones I did and won. But yeah, really like Super Auto Pets. It's super fun. And then there's one thing that I must have forgot to take a picture of, but that happened this year after, I think, all the stuff I recorded for this channel, but was super fun. So yeah, I'll talk about it right now. Okay, and yeah, the one last thing I did want to talk about before we recorded the 2DS and kind of wrap up this video, I did want to mention, one of my cousins, I think this was around September, October, November, one of those months, they started trying streaming. I think it was closer to October the more I think about it. But yeah, they tried streaming for like 2 weeks on Twitch. Didn't do too hot. I mean, brand new streamers on Twitch, I know it's a very hard space to compete in. And honestly, it was really fun playing with them while they were streaming. I remember I would troll them a little. I'd get on, make some fake account saying like their name's biggest fan. And this was when, they only had like one viewer. So seeing that pop up and then just commenting like random stuff was just fun. It was really fun doing the streaming. I mean, I wasn't doing it, but just being a part of that. And like I said, they quit it after like a week or two. Didn't have much success, but, I just know it's really hard to stream on Twitch, just, unless you have a built up fan base. And I think I would actually love streaming because, I love doing a lot of just gameplay, and I think it's more easy, I think, to just play games because you don't have to do the editing and stuff. And I mean, my series aren't very edited. I like the just almost like Let's Play YouTube, which, it's kind of died out, but I still kind of do it on YouTube. And that's probably why I don't get many views, or on some channels and, on some series. But I really like the Let's Play YouTube era, but I get why it's kind of died out. And I think it's led more to streaming. And then, also just like a recap video of your full playthrough of something. But I like doing just a streaming of or like just playing a full series. But I do get why streaming a full series also makes a lot of sense. And I'm definitely open to it. But yeah, I do think streaming is something, like I said, I'm very open to. And maybe in the summer where I could consistently do it, we could try that. Because it would just make a lot of sense just to stream off of YouTube. Because, I mean, I know it just makes a VOD of your stream or whatever. So, we could just play through whatever game. It'll just have a video pretty much made after the fact. And then that's the video pretty much. So, yeah, definitely open to streaming. Probably not going to do it till, like I said, probably summer or a time when I can do it more consistently. But, yeah. I think it makes a lot of sense, like I said, with like the type of content I like doing. We're just playing through a game. I think it would make a lot of sense to do. But like I said, I kind of like to build up our group more. There's a lot of stuff I want to do on this channel that I just want like a higher sub count almost for, or just like a more consistent base. And I mean, talking about consistent, I've not been on this channel a month, so I can't really, it's not like I'm targeting people. It's just, I want myself to be more consistent, and that way I understand viewers like yourself could be more consistent, like wanting to watch. So yeah, that's kind of the plan. Like I said, it was so fun them streaming and just playing with them. And I think it would be so fun to do it myself, no matter what game I did. Fortnite, any of the sports games, or obviously like the main thing I want to do on this, like the Mario Kart, Mario Bros, Smash, any of that stuff. I think it would be so fun just to stream. Just because, like I said, it was fun, and just with the type of content I like doing, I think streaming honestly leans more to what I want to do than that. Honestly, one of my biggest concerns with streaming right now, though, is just our Wi-Fi has been so inconsistent the last few weeks. Well, not just the last few weeks, but for a while. It just like randomly cut out of the nights and stuff. But I think it's more just like weather and stuff and just testing. And it's normally later in the day, like at a time I would not be streaming, but still is a little bit of a concern. But really like the idea of streaming, like I said, and it was really fun them streaming and me just like kind of tagging along. So yeah, definitely open to it, especially like I said this summer, and once we build up hopefully more of a bigger sub count or like fan base, I guess, almost. I don't know. I want, like I said, like, more of a following before I do that, or like some of those group game ideas I've got. But yeah, that's it for that. We'll go to the 2DS portion, and then shortly after this, I'm going to probably start that Mario Galaxy series, especially if my throat starts feeling better. But yeah, we'll go there now. But yeah, really want to try streaming at some point. I've always thought about doing it. And maybe this channel will give me the plunge to finally do it, especially this summer once, like I said, I can try to do it more consistently. And then once school starts back, maybe I'll only be able to do it like every like weekend or so, but still, I think it could be fun. Oh yeah, and going back, one thing I did want to mention about Smash, I was talking about earlier where it said something about like the 3DS, what it said, like whenever I didn't have Wi-Fi but had save data. This is what it said. It said like, at first, unable to find latest data for Super Smash Bros. Please close the game and go to the Nintendo eShop to download the latest update to your SD card. But like I said, since I couldn't access the Wi-Fi, I couldn't do that, so I hit no. And then it said, you will need the latest update in order to use save data. Start the game without save data. And at first I was like, oh, I'll just do that and I can just play like the base game. But I read online, I think if you do that, it'll reset your old save data. And, probably wouldn't have been the end of the world because, it would be a fun game, probably just replay through. But I didn't want to see what my old save file status was before we did that, and that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, here we are on Smash Bros. 3DS. We will see should be on the Wi-Fi, so hopefully it just sends me straight to Smash. And yeah, we'll see. I think, like I said, I think 2DS games save your save data, unlike regular DS games, which, like I said, I did not know that was the case, because honestly, it's good and bad, because one bad thing about it is, at one point, I thought I was just going to be able to replay, like, Pokemon X and Y 100 times just on different cartridges. I mean, I didn't think I would do that, but, you know, I thought I could just buy an extra cartridge and just play through the game again and, you know, get, like, different starters. But I think I could only do it through X and Y, because, I can only play it through X and Y individually, since the save data is for the console, not the cartridge. Okay, so here's the thing again. Unable to find the latest data for Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS. Please close the game and go to the Nintendo eShop to download the latest update data to your SD card. So if I hit no, you will need the latest save data in order to use the save data. Start the game without using save data. So I will hit no. Please go. Okay, so yeah, so it just puts you through an infinite loop. Almost like that thing from Naruto. What is it? The infinite, is it Tsukuyomi or whatever? But yeah, we'll go connect to the Wi-Fi and see what happens right now. Okay, here we go. The update is going through. Funny enough, it's been so long since I've used the Wi-Fi on the 2DS that I didn't even have my household's current Wi-Fi set up on here. It was literally the Wi-Fi we had probably 5+ years ago. But yeah, the only games I really play on the 2DS were like the old DS games, and then like Pokemon games, which I just had no need to really play online of. So yeah, the update's going through now, but can't wait to see what the Smash situation is now. Okay, after updating, we will see if Smash is ready. Wait, an update is available for this title. Launch it while connected. Okay. View details in Nintendo eShop and then download. Okay, looks like we still have to download. Okay, I think I finally got to the update screen. I was just scrolling through a lot on the eShop. You know, it was just cool to see that stuff again, even though I didn't really use the eShop much, because I normally would just get buy cartridges for games. And I mainly just played the Pokemon games on the DSs, to be honest. But yeah, it was really cool to see. And yeah, it's interesting for sure about, like I said, like the Smash being all the info is or like online. I did not realize that, like I said, till I was looking into this stuff. But yeah, that's definitely interesting, because that does mean, you know, if you lose your cartridge, you could just buy any other cartridge and you would be able to play your game again. But, which obviously is good in a way, but the bad thing, if you happen to lose your 2DS or DS, you'd just be completely out of it, I guess. I mean, unless there's like, I don't know. But yeah, that is definitely interesting and definitely has its pros and cons. But yeah, I'm like 95% sure I sold this game. Like I said, I kept almost all my 2DS games, and mainly they were almost all Pokemon together, except the ones I sold. And the fact, like I said, that it wasn't there. And the only DS games that I think anybody in my household had that I don't have or that were sold were in that my sister's DS bag thing I was mentioning earlier. But like I said, I don't think there's any chance that Smash would be there, just because, I mean, she only had the regular DS, so you couldn't have played it. But maybe I put it in there. Either way, though, I mean, I paid $10 for the game, and it's until when or if I will find that DS bag, because like I said, I've looked so much for it. I don't know if it got lost, somebody did something with it, or if it's just in somewhere that I haven't looked at. But yeah, but really excited to find that game. Hopefully Mario N64 is in there. That's the one that I'm like 50-50 on if I sold or kept. And then, like I said, some of the other games I know I'm like really sure I sold. And then some, like the Pac-Man game, I'm almost 100% sure is in there, or at least with that DS, one of the two. And I think all that stuff's together. But yeah, that's it. I guess you won't be seeing anything again until this is updated. Okay, I think we are finally updated. Yeah, it was a fun little processing, little things fill up, and just about, I've kind of been editing the previous part recorded of this video while doing it, but it's finally now updated. And if it is updated on my roster and say, we'll play one game. And there is a character I'm leaning, so yeah, we'll see. Hopefully everything is back to what it was, which I think it should be. Okay, we'll have some volume. Well, was not expected to be stuck on this screen this long. Oh, extra data will be created for this software on the SD card. Okay. I mean, if my save data isn't on here, I mean, it kind of is what it is at this point because I did everything I think you can do. We'll do no just because I don't think it matters at this point. So I don't think they're going to update Smash 3DS if I do run into any issues. Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, I do remember this game. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's the full roster. Wait, yeah, but some of the characters have just picked out things, right? Yeah, so I guess that means I used them at least once. Yeah, or they wouldn't have their... Okay, but I'm going to be Charizard because I always thought it was cool that he was standalone versus like in Ultimate where he is part of Pokemon Trainer. But we will... Is there like just a black one like the normal shiny? We'll just go normal Charizard. Honestly, we'll do a level... Yeah, no, we'll do level 3. I don't want to be that big of a coward. Okay. Yeah, wow. It's so much less than Ultimate, which I know that's part of the big deal of Ultimate. It's just the roster being so big. Because I don't even have the DLC for Ultimate, and you know it feels like such a bigger game. I mean, it is. Oh, Luigi. Okay, so yeah, that is the flying. That's the jump. And I can't land a hit. Okay, there we go. So that's Fire Blast. Oh, well, we already took a knockout. Yeah, I still don't know. I don't remember the controls that well. So can I not use this? Oh, so that's just emotes, isn't it? I mean, how do I... Okay, no, you can move that way. You just can't jump. Okay, it's a good thing we can easily edge guard, kind of. I think that's the term for this map. Oop. And we do that. Yeah, because there's not much land on this part of the map. There we go, right? Wait. Oh, I guess this one you don't have stalks. You just have an amount of time. Ooh. Okay, well, we've knocked ourselves out twice, so... Okay, but we've knocked Luigi out 4 times, I think. Yeah, so Charizard plays pretty similarly to what he did. Okay. Okay, unfortunately, I didn't realize, but my iPhone ran out of storage like right at the end of the fight. But yeah, we did end up winning. Yeah, we had 5 KOs, 3 SDs, and 1 fall. Yeah, not great, but like I said, the first time I played in years because I haven't owned the game. Yeah, so I had 3 self-destructs. So yeah, obviously barely. Oh wait, did I accidentally hit rematch? If I did, we'll play. Okay. But yeah, I didn't want to show it. So yeah, I think I have the full... It actually does seem like a little bit bigger of a roster than I was thinking, but I think I have the full roster in-game, except I never bought any of the DLC. I didn't even know that was a thing, but I honestly thought I had Mewtwo, who is DLC, but maybe I was thinking from Ultimate. But yeah, we'll do one more game, actually, since it cut out. But, who do we want to use? Like I said, I wanted to use Charizard because him... Oh, and I will say, like I said, the video cut out because I ran out of storage. I had a ton of videos that I had like uploaded on channels that were like longer videos I just hadn't deleted off my phone, like portions that I'd recorded. And yeah, shouldn't have storage issues for a bit after the stuff I got through. Let's go Bowser. He's been one of my mains on, wait, star. Okay, 5 stars. Okay, the 5 stars, I don't think that means anything. Yeah, we'll be Bowser. The black Bowser is really cool, though. We'll just go classic Bowser, though, but yeah. And I actually might pick a stadium because I want to go with something not as crazy. So let's go the boxing ring. That one's got less. Bowser, tough guy. Bowser's a real tough guy when he's only... So, oh, we're finding Zelda. I was going to say, who is this? But it was the colors that were throwing me off. So both Bowser and Charizard have that same fire. I didn't even think about that. So that, yeah, that's our grab or punch. I don't know if it's just me playing bad, but I feel like the controls are a lot better in Ultimate. Oh, I do love doing that move. Yeah, the hold and then pause. Because I think you can just hit up in Ultimate. I don't think you have to... I don't think there's like a specific move like I have to hit. I feel like you can just spam that move, though, even in Ultimate. But, I mean, I know obviously not against, like, actually really good players, but... There we go. There we go. Knockout. Okay, we're running a little faster now. I mean, that doesn't do much damage, but at least you're, like, kind of invulnerable. Yeah, so I must have had no stocks and just timer, unless it's not a setting and it just stays like this. Oh, that crawl is kind of funny. Okay, I think we win 1-0, right? Okay, that was a little bit better of a performance. I mean, not great by any means. We KO'd, what's his face, Luigi a ton, but yeah, less KOs, but... Okay, I think that'll be it for this video, though. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And we'll be back on to more normal gaming on this channel. Oh, and I will say one thing. I think I planned on at least showing like some Mario Kart Wii clips throughout this channel, or throughout this video, and those are just, as far as of right now, unless I mention otherwise right now, those will just be clips that were used throughout the playthrough series. But yeah, that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. If y'all want to see more Smash 3DS, I'm open to it, but I'd probably just rather play Ultimate, honestly. I think that would be more fun because, well, the roster being bigger, and I just think I'll play better, and it'll look better since it won't be, you won't have to see my handheld screen. Thank you to those who purchased. Yeah, so I don't think we can get the DLC. Yeah, so there was some of the DLC, but I think we're too late for it. But, okay, yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun to make, but I'm really happy to get this one done so we can get into the actual gameplay. Okay, and actually, I guess I kind of should have mentioned this better if I didn't. But yeah, I really just wanted this game because, like I said, I'd had it. It was really cheap, and I mean, I do think Ultimate's pretty much just a straight upgrade. I mean, and it might not be to everybody, but to me personally, Ultimate, and I think that's the same reason I sold it, Ultimate just pretty much checks every box this game does for me. But I am happy to rehave it, or have it again. Since, and like I said, if it was like a $60 game, I probably wouldn't have bought it again. But being as cheap as it was, and it is fun, and I do like having it on the DS because it is even smaller handheld, and, you know, like, the DS is way easier to just bring around, or the 2DS for me. Then, I mean, and the Switch, you know, is very portable as well, but the 2DS, I mean, is so small. But yeah, that's it for now, for real now. But that'll be the end for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and yeah, next video should be Super Mario Galaxy or some other playthrough.